Can't live without you. I'm so caught up
Hey gang, today we're going to do a solo from the early 80s, 38 Specials, Caught Up in You. This was a song that went all the way to the top of the charts back in the day. It's got a great little solo. It's not that hard, but it's very effective. And yeah, it's just a really nice solo, nice one to learn. So we're going to do this in just a second. Hey, as always, if you like this, click the like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe for one of these every week. Alright gang, let's go through this note for note. First things first, you want to download the tab from the link in the description below. It's going to make your life easier for sure. Okay, now let's go over the chords for the solo part. Now, no doubt there's 3 guitars here and a bass, so there's lots of stuff going on here. The third guitar, of course, one of the guitars is playing the solo. But the basic chords are these over that solo part. So we're going to start out with an A, E, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, and then again A, E, F sharp minor, C sharp minor. Then third time through is A, E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A sharp, B. All right, and that's it for the solo. Now, all of those chords fit into the key or roll into the key or are diatonic to the key of E major, okay, or C sharp minor, if you will, if you prefer. I prefer E major for this one, kind of has a major tonality to it. Except for, of course, that A sharp. However, that A sharp is really just a transition chord between A and a B, and it's not really of any consequence to the solo. So all of the notes that we're going to play are going to come right out of the E major scale. That makes it pretty easy to understand as you're learning this. Okie doke. Second thing is, even though I provide the tab, those of you who watch the channel a lot know that I like to learn things by ear first. I think it's a good exercise to do, and I would encourage you to do it. So in the spirit of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the entire solo slowly first, and then I'm going to go over it line by line, okay? So here it is slowly. Again, after that we'll go through it line by line. So here's the solo first. Okay, so that's the solo. I want to note that that last line can be harmonized. They actually harmonize it on the record, and it's down a third is the harmony, so it kind of sounds like this. That sounds very Brian May. I just turned on the harmonizer with both the notes equally sounding. I think the note below is quite a bit quieter, so it doesn't quite sound like that Brian May, but anyway. It's kind of what it is. I think it actually sounds just fine just playing the notes on the top. Okay, so let's go through it line by line now. Here is the first line. All right, classic line over that A chord and then the E chord, right? So we're going to start out by sliding up to the 11th fret And we're going to work out of this position right here, the 9th position in the E major scale to start out. So we're going to slide up to the 11th fret on the 3rd string and then play the 10th on the 2nd string. Give it some nice vibrato, keep that sustain going, okay? Nice little line there. So we're going 10, 12, 1st string 9, back to the 12 on the 2nd, and then ending on that E, which is the 3rd, 9th fret, 3rd string 9th fret. Okay? Next we're playing this line. And that is that same slide, a 3rd string up to the 11th, and then the 9th on the 2nd string, 10th, and then a little dipsy doodle here, hammer on and paw, and slide down to the 7th. Now I pick it, okay, and then coming back up, playing the 9th, and then bending it up and pulling it off to the 7th. Okay, so, and then ending up down here, which is the 3rd string 6th fret. Okay, now I like to play that with the same finger, the 1st and the 1st. Here's that whole line, one more time. Now the only thing I want to add to that, there's two things I want to add to that. One is you can bend that, and that sounds good, but I think he's just playing it straight instead of playing the bend up to the 12th on the 2nd fret. I think he's just playing this. That's fine. The second thing is, on the second part of the line, if you can get a bit of a pick harmonic on that one, it's good. That's what you want to do. Okay, here's the next line. Let's just stop it there. So here we're going to slide up on the 4th string to the 6th. Walk up the E major scale. So 6, 7, 9. And then 6 on the 3rd. Okay, and then we play this on the 4th string, 9th, then 6th, 8, 9, and then bend it up. Okay, one more time, here's the line. Okay, here's the next line. You know, that really wasn't slow enough. Let's play it really slowly. Okay, there we go, nice and slow. All right, well, this is a nice little lick. The only thing that's really different about it is that quick touch all the way to string skipping, where you go from the 3rd to the 1st. So we start out with a slide to the 11th on the 4th string, and then we're playing the 11th on the 3rd string, and we're going to do 2 bends. The first is a full step, and then it's an overbend to 1.5 steps. So it's like this. That was a little bit too much. So you want to go basically, and you don't want to have to pick it twice. Okay, just play it once. If you need to come down a little bit to do it, that's good too. But that's a little trick that might be a little tricky. Take some time to do it. All right, coming out of that, it's just simply. And now your little string skipping thing, we're going to go 1st string 12th fret, and then 3rd string 11th, but it's going to be a bent note, full step up. One more time. Okay, and that's that. Now let's go on to the next line. Okay, so here, basically we're just playing 3 notes and then a slide. Starting from the 6th, and then we'll slide up to the 8th. And then we'll do the same thing going from 8th to 9th. And we could just keep on doing it, keep it simple, go 9th to 11th, and then 11th to 13th, and then 13th to 11th, it goes a little bit back, and then back up to the 13th. We could just do that and it sounds good. So just doing those single notes would sound like this. I guess the last time you just do 3 notes. Okay, now I don't think that's what he's doing. I think that once he gets up to a certain point he plays an octave. Okay, but that, what I just played there would sound just fine. And you don't have to worry about playing the octaves. However, I believe that once he hits that 9th fret, he starts playing octaves. So like so. Okay, so if you haven't had octaves before, they're separated by 2 strings. These are on the 1st and the 3rd. So here, right here, we're playing on the 3rd string, the 9th on the, and they're separated by 3 frets. Okay, so we're playing the 9th and on the 3rd, and then the 12th on the 1st string, and then sliding up. I usually just think of the lower string as being the thing that's pointing. As long as I keep everything in relation, it's good. So then I'm playing 11 on the 3rd, 14 on the 1st, and then 13 on the 3rd, 16 on the 1st. All right, and then the rest of it's exactly the same. Okay, so we come out of that by the following line. Okay, so the first thing is simply a bend on the 3rd string, 13th fret. We're going to bend up a half step. That's hard not to bend a whole step. I'm just going to tell you, whenever I play it, I have a tendency to overbend that. Not good. So just try and bend it a half step. All right, so it's just basically bending up a half step, and then playing the 13th, 11th, 13th, 14th, and on the 2nd string, 12th. Okay, so that's that. All right, the next part is a little bit tricky, but not too bad. We're going to play 14th, and then the hammer on and pull off to the 14th on the 2nd string from the 12th there, so like so. So we play the 14th on the 2nd, hammer on and pull off from the 12th, 14th to the 12th on the 2nd, and hit the 14th on the 3rd. Okay, and then we're going to walk up 12, 14, 16, 17, and then bend up the 17. Okay? And then finally, round it up by the following. We're going to play it on the 1st string, 14, 16, 17, and bend up a whole step. Give it lots of vibrato. And that is that for the solo. Well, there you go, gang. Caught Up in You by 38 Special. Nice little solo. Not that bad. Very melodic. You can get that one under your belt. And nice one to play. All right. Until next time, we'll see you on down the road.